gentlemen, welcome to Two Chicks in the Impala episode 2. We did it 2 weeks.
Yay!
In a row. You got me, Becca. You got Ashley over there in the North Dakota.
Hello.
Hi. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just I just finished making my famous friends and family don't let me come over without it corn dip because I'm going over to some friends of my family's house for the Super Bowl today.
Yes, I am so sorry I booked this on Super Bowl Sunday because I don't football. So this is not something that I think about, and I do apologize for that.
No, it's okay. And the game doesn't start till 5:30, and I'm a really, really big diehard Vikings fan, so I'm pretty bitter about the whole Super Bowl thing. So I wasn't really planning on watching it, but then we were hanging out with them after work on Friday, and they were like, yeah, we're going to have brisket and pulled pork and this and this and this. And I was like, oh, okay, yes, I'm coming over. Okay, sure.
Yeah, for the food, I would definitely football. So I don't know. We don't really Super Bowl party. Bill is a Jets fan, so I've never known a Super Bowl with our team in it. So we don't do the big Super Bowl parties. We don't really do that. But for the food, I would. Yeah.
The food is the best part because this is the closest in that we've ever really been. Well, for a while now, and my other really good friends are Bears fans, so they haven't been close in forever. Yeah. But we always get together because it's just the food. The food is the most important part.
I think so, yeah, and the commercials for me. I'll actually turn it on just for the commercials, and that, I gotta be honest, that Chris Pratt Michelob Ultra commercial is both annoying shit out of me, and I'm in love with it at the same time because it's constant. And I've watched it a bajillion times. He's just so cute. I love him.
I know.
Now I want to be here.
I'm excited this year because it's in Minneapolis. Justin Timberlake is doing the halftime show, and I know he's going to do some kind of Prince tribute, and I can't freaking wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm definitely gonna pop in for that because we usually I don't really care, but on the DL. Love Justin Timberlake, so we're gonna just be in there doing that.
Prince.
Yes,
I'll message you when it's halftime, so you know.
Okay, good. Because I'll just be watching my Netflix and be it's time. All right, let me pause the guys and roll over. What do you think? Oh my goodness, because Dean and Sam watch football. We've seen them. Totally. Was it the Christmas episode? So they're watching. Do you think they're watching the Super Bowl? What do you think is going on in the bunker today in preparation for the Super Bowl?
Okay, so I know you know this, but when I get stuck writing or whatever, I always just open a new random doc and just write down random little 3-line headcanons that come to me, and then sometimes I'll get a fic out of it or whatever. So I have set actual headcanons about this. Dean Winchester is Susie, homemaker, hostess extraordinaire. If you're coming over to his house or the underground lair, whatever, for a big game or a party or something like that, he has everything covered. He does not want you in the kitchen with him. He doesn't want you to touch anything. Nothing. Okay? And I think that he would be for a game like this, he would have a big, huge crock pot full of chili.
Oh, yes.
Because chili is one of those things that everybody has their own little recipe and everybody does their just tiny little additions or does something different. And Dean has worked on this recipe forever. And he would be that smug little bastard who you're eating it and you're oh my gosh, this is so good. What do you do different? And he's just oh, it's just my own little secret edition. He would be so
made with love.
He would be so smug about it, but really it's just got a can of Old Milwaukee or something disgusting in it. Or coffee, because he saw it on the Food Network one time. Right. They add coffee to make it taste richer. But that's really what he would do. He would have one of those kind of recipes, and then there would just be tons of chips and all kinds of stuff. And then Sam would insist on having some kind of vegetable. So, like, begrudgingly at the grocery store, he gets one of those, like, sad-looking...
the crudités, the little mini carrots. And...
Yes. And then, like, you bite into a tomato, and you're like, oh, those have been frozen and unfrozen 8 times.
But this was a bad idea, this tomato. Yes. Sam definitely needs his little platter of celery. And...
Yeah, it's just, like, sad... pale green celery, and he's down in front of Sam. Sam's like, you couldn't have got fresh stuff, and Dean will just be pissed. Like, eat it. The only one that wants it. And then there's just like
my favorite thing.
Beer. There's tons of beer and tons of chips, and then like Jody probably brings over like queso.
Oh,
and
Jody.
Something. I don't know. I just like, and everybody brings a little something, but Dean is always the main dish, and he's always like the fancy like appetizer. Like he makes like mini meatballs or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Because he needs to eat the star kitchen, and he wants everybody to be talking about this chili.
I like this. I love this headcanon, and I want it, and I need it, and I want to see it. Go write this. It's beautiful. I like have like I would be just like sitting like on the couch with Sam, like stealing meatballs and just going, what is happening on the screen? Because my entire football experience is me looking at my husband going, but why are they stopped? What is happening? They're doing, but it's so, what? Oh, okay. Like, I have no idea. Like, I understand the rules of football, but watching it, like, gives me such a headache. Like, I'll watch baseball. I love watching hockey. I don't know why. I guess it's faster. But football, I'm just like,
it's so much fun.
I was like, what is happening? I don't understand. So that would be me, and Dean would just be shushing me to death, and I'm just like, what are you going to do? Pass the chicken wings? I don't know. That would be my Super Bowl with the Winchesters, getting yelled at and shushed by Dean all the time.
By me.
And you. You and Dean, like, elbows on your knees, like, leaning over to the screen, looking, and just, like, watching, and I'm just like,
TV.
I'm just like, guys, when is the halftime? Because hey guys, I'm gonna go like do something else.
I don't care.
Hey guys, did you see that commercial before?
No, you would be like in the background, like, hey, can we put the kiddie bowl on?
No, it's the puppy bowl today. The puppy bowl. We need
there was a kitten bowl on earlier today.
Was there? I haven't even turned the TV on today. Now I need to go watch the puppy bowl. That'll be me and Sam. And I'll adopt Donna to come watch the puppy bowl with me too. She won't like it because she wants to watch football, but she's too nice to say no, and I'll just drag her into the bedroom and we'll watch that on my TV in the bedroom.
If it was like this year we were doing this, mm-hmm. Donna and I would probably already be like 8 beers deep, wallowing in misery, reaching for the hard liquor already. But we'll come
So, all right, you can keep Donna. So Donna, Dean, and Ashley are watching hardcore. Who do I get? Crying. Okay. Sam is probably reading a book with one eye on the TV. And I guess me and Jody can chat. I don't know how into football Jody is. Maybe Alex will hang out with me and watch the puppy bowl.
Probably.
I don't know. Jack would definitely watch puppies with me.
100%.
Me and Jack watching puppies, eating mini meatballs, and potato chips. I like that.
Nougat and cocaine.
Nougat and cocaine and puppies. Oh my God.
Sounds like a rockin' Sunday afternoon, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, that's pretty good. So we've learned that Dean is a great cook, Ashley likes football, Becca does not, and I can try to work cocaine and nougat into any podcast. So here we go.
That's going to be that'll be like, you know how people have like little Easter eggs and everything?
That'll be
Our Easter egg is going to be nougat and cocaine.
I love it. Thank you, Jack Klein. Oh boy, that sounds like a good place to let this go. So coming up, we have a little chat with Amanda from Amanda-Teaches on Tumblr, who is the queen of fluff and all things domestic Dean, which we've touched on a little bit here with Dean's chili recipe. So stay tuned for that. And yeah.
Hi guys, we're back with Amanda from @Amanda-teaches over on Tumblr. She is in California right now, where I'm assuming it's nice. I am in North Dakota, where the wind chill is currently 18 below, and it's freezing. And Becca's in New Jersey, which it's still winter there too, right?
It's snowing today. I didn't even put like a coat on, and it's snowing.
It is 80 degrees here.
That's it. That's the end of the podcast. I hate you.
I'm sorry. I think everyone on Tumblr hates me now. They're just gonna pause it right now. It's 80 degrees. I'm in shorts. Sun's out.
I mean,
it's hot.
We need
it's
conditioning in the car yesterday.
Yeah, no, it's real cold. So okay, that's awesome. Oh God.
Thanks for that. I'm longing for my flip-flops, but thank you. Okay, great.
If it helps, I'm logging for snow because I've never had it. So you appreciate the grass is always.
That's true. That's true.
And I'll send you the heat. I hate the heat.
I'm gonna pack up a pack of ice like Omaha Steaks and ship you some friggin' snow because I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah,
send me
snow. Snow's really great.
Fun and warm.
For the first 2 weeks, it's awesome, and then you're like, no, well, I'm over.
Oh, I'm sure I would get tired of it. My mom grew up in New York and my dad grew up in Pennsylvania, and they're like, you would hate it. You would hate it. I'm like, I know, but I want it because I never had it before.
It's not even the snow that's bad. It's when it's like gets so cold. Like if I walked outside right now, it hurts your face, and then you can't take deep breaths because it hurts your lungs, and your nose hairs like freeze. It's a whole thing, and it's awful. And
too much.
You live somewhere where it hurts.
I would
Why
not
are you living there? Oh, it's terrible.
It's just
got to be like Bobby Singer. She's just got to embrace it.
Yeah, that's true. Now, do you think that in that kind of cold...
in North Dakota, Becca? We went over this.
I know that. I didn't say that. That was Amanda. I didn't say that. I learned my geography.
It's a Dakota.
Oh, no. She literally was like, isn't Sioux Falls in North Dakota? Are you by that? No, they're two different things. We have issues. Let's just talk about Dean, okay? Because now I'm upset.
Dean loves snow. You seen that gif with him like eating the snow and tasting it?
Isn't that Jensen though?
Yeah, but I think of it as Dean too.
Okay.
I think he loves snow.
Do you think that if the boys were in North Dakota, as apparently Ashley is not South Dakota, do you think that they would actually put coats on, or would they just throw an extra flannel on for the cold?
I think they'd probably throw the extra flannel on, and then they would go outside, and Dean would complain about being cold, and Sam would be like, you should have put a coat on. And Dean would be all macho and be like, no, I'm fine. But then he was secretly cold.
I had an idea the other day walking to work, because my coat has this giant, like, fur thing on the hood. And I had this thick idea of, like, the reader just being like, you guys are idiots. I'm wearing a coat. And they, like, refuse, and then she buys them coats, and they're like, this is amazing. We're so warm. And they're, like, finally happy because they're not freezing. And I'm like, told ya.
Yeah. That's kind of how I picture it. My sister has this heated jacket. Now, she lives in Texas, so she doesn't actually need it. But she has this heated jacket in it, so it, like, heats up and keeps you warm. And I feel like they would never wear that kind of thing because they're too macho.
Right? Like, even, like, hand warmer packets, I don't think that they would use. But
although, in the beginning seasons, though, Sam did have a Carhartt jacket, and those are warm as all hell.
I feel like Sam would wear it.
Yeah, and Sam, I think, cares more about being comfortable than Dean does. Dean just wants to look good, I think.
Yeah. Dean be like, I'm fine with my leather, my denim, my flannel.
When are we getting him back in some leather? Because what the heck?
I don't know.
Where is his purgatory coat? Because I want it back very badly.
I want, like, his black leather rock star jacket back.
Ooh.
That was a good look.
That was a good episode.
That's what I
like
want.
That.
With sunglasses. Oof, that's what I want. Like, where did you put that jacket? Like, is it in the bunker somewhere? Did they get it from a costume shop?
Like, I'm imagining the bunker, like, right next to the dungeon. There's, like, room 10C is just, like, a giant closet of all their, you know, incognito outfits.
Yeah.
They've needed over the years.
Like the supernatural wardrobe room, except in the bunker. And it's, like, separated by need because Sam organized it.
Oh,
so it's like, this is the Fed stuff, and this is if we need to look like priests, and it's all.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
It's like a card catalog for clothes.
Now. Yeah, I'm going to need you to write me a giant fluff piece about this, and that'd be great.
Great.
Just Sam showing you the closet. All right, well, good.
Very nice. It's like a little card catalog.
Oh my God, I'm just like picturing on Clueless. You know on Clueless? Where she's at the computer and like it like spins, and all I can picture is Sam standing in front of an iPad right now.
You know Sam with his
iPad. He's like, "Oh, you're needing Dean's leather jacket from when we went to the rock concert? Okay, I have it right here." Oh yeah, it's in
hold on,
row 3B.
It's in row 3D. Oh my God.
It's amazing, and I need it, and we're gonna make it happen. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
He's made a whole headcanon. You're welcome, Tumblr. Whoever's listening.
We're doing this now. There you go, people. You heard it first. 2 chicks in the Impala. I love it. I love it. Speaking of love, because I said it like 18 times, Mr. Winchester hit with a love spell. Spoilers. What did you think of that? And should it not have gone a little bit longer in the episode?
It should have. I feel like we would. It would have been. It should have been a 2-parter or a 3-parter with just
like just 9 episodes.
Being in love the whole time, and it was so adorable. Like I've known some people think it was kind of weird because he was clingy, but I like tried to focus on the aspects of Dean that I thought were cute and how he would really be in love. And I see the parts where it was weird and it was like he was too into it. But on the other hand, he was really gentle and protective, and
But like that's the point of the spell that those girls did, though. So I don't really understand like how people can be upset about how it is. Like that's the point. They wanted him to.
Yeah,
that's the point.
They wanted him overboard. Yeah.
Why would you put somebody on a love spell if they're just going to be like kind of nice? Like that seems like a waste of a hex.
They wanted him like head over heels in love. I think if Dean was actually in love, he wouldn't be like that at all. Like at all.
Mm-hmm.
But there would be some aspects of it that would stay the same.
No, that's
I feel
interesting.
Like I was focusing on those aspects.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic. And I know you write Fluffy Dean very, very well, and Domestic Dean, and which I can never quite get a handle on personally, but you do it so well. I do get asked a lot, like, what Dean would be like if he were in love and were he to settle down. Like, how do you think he would handle that, and what his personality would come out, you know, being with someone permanently and in love and settled down?
I feel like Dean is a very private person. Mm-hmm. So in the outside, he would probably stay mostly the same. Like when he's on a case, you know, he would try to be professional, kind of like how he is with Sam. Like he would check up on them and do like those kind of silent checking up on people things that he does with Sam. But then in private, I think he would be very gentle and very like, are you okay? Can I do anything for you? Like he would be the kind of guy who wakes up in the morning and makes you breakfast. Like in Breakdown when he made Sam the pancakes, that's just the kind of thing that he does.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the domestic Dean, like the nesting stuff that he does when he first came to the bunker, that would carry over into a relation. And he would be really...
He'd be so goofy. He'd be such a goofy nerd. Like
he would totally be goofy. He could let his guard down completely with who he was in love with. Right. So he could be his goofy self, and you could watch Dr. Sexy together and just like hang out, and he could tell you his stupid jokes, and you would laugh at them because you think he's adorable, even though he's corny, and you'd be like, ha ha ha.
Dean Winchester has never met a dad joke he didn't like. Like, let's be real.
Just be like, dad joke, and you're like, okay, I love you, so I'll laugh, but you're annoying me, so stop.
Shut up.
It sounds perfect. I need Dean to be happy and in love and married. babies and I want it all. I need all the domestic.
Never gonna happen, but I
no,
want
it's
it to
not.
happen. In my
It'll
own
never
little verse on Tumblr, it happens all the time.
That's why we have fanfics, okay? To fix all the things that the TV show screws up.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because, I mean, whenever they give someone to Dean on the TV show, like with Lisa, it's like it's not going to work because they don't accept the hunter side of him.
And Lisa was the worst, and she was fake and awful. And I'm sorry,
yeah, don't even get me started on Lisa. But
Same.
I really love Dean. You have to accept every part of him, the flaws and everything. And if he's a hunter, he's a hunter. I mean, you can't change that about him.
Listen,
and so if I'm writing
that bitch
love fic,
loved the idea of Dean. She did not know Dean. She liked the idea of having a super hot, green-eyed dude come and play daddy. And
exactly,
all of a sudden have a beautiful house. And also, she's a yoga instructor. How did she have an 8-bedroom house? Who the hell?
She's like a single mom yoga instructor.
I know. The dad is you found him in a biker bar, so obviously you're not getting child support. Little things like this really bother me, and I hook onto, and I just can't. That makes me hate this even more. I can't.
I never thought about that, and now it's going to bother me. Maybe her dad was maybe she's a trust fund baby, and that's why she was a yoga instructor. She's like, I can do whatever I want. And maybe she was rebelling when she met Dean.
I watched that. When he shows up at her door and she's in this big house, or even when they're doing the original Lisa thing where they have to save the children one, which I'm like, why give such a big house? That's a nice house.
In a newish kind of development too, that's not cheap.
I can't afford that house.
If Dean showed up at my door, he'd be looking at this tiny little 1-bedroom apartment. Hey, what's up?
Let me show you around. Here we go.
You can see my bathroom, my kitchen, and part of my living room from the front door. How you doing?
Let me show you around. Okay, we're done.
Random tour. Welcome home.
I do have walk-in closet though, and it's awesome. So
hey now,
these girls, they write them exactly that they would want the ideal version of Dean. When if you're really in love with him, you have to accept the flaws. Sometimes he's stubborn and arrogant, and he's a jerk. And I would just probably pick him out. I'd be like, go over there and just hang out in another room because you're annoying me. But then he comes back and he's the sweetest guy. So you have to accept his jerk moments and the fact that sometimes you want to kill him.
Well, the thing is, and I think a lot of people don't think about it and they don't want to think about it, but Dean is an asshole and so is Sam, and they're both flawed, and they're both, any guy you meet is going to have good side and bad side, and they're going to have issues and problems. Anybody in this world, and they're such well-rounded and well-written characters that they have that. But a lot of people don't want to look at Dean's bad side because Dean can do no wrong and Dean is perfect. Yeah, you know what? He is, but he's also made a lot of mistakes, and he's also a jerk, and he's also flawed, and so is Sam. But that's why they're good characters. But people don't want to look at that side.
The writers do an amazing job with that. Mm-hmm. They make them really realistic characters. And it's if you want to be I'm in love with this person, then you have to accept that they are stupid. You can't defend every action that they take because sometimes they make stupid mistakes. And if I was actually in their lives, I would be like, what are you doing right now?
Right? There's so many times where I just reach in that television and smack them both upside the head and be like, stop it. Just stop.
Well, that's part of it too, is the whole, being in love with someone. You have to be willing to call them on it. You can't just be like, okay, great. No.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things I liked about when he was with Cassie, that she would go up against him. I'm not a big Cassie person. I'm not a big fan. But at least she challenged him a little bit. And I feel like if he was in a relationship, he needs someone who can challenge him, who can stand up to him.
Yeah. Well, Dean doesn't need a pushover. He doesn't need, a little girly girl who's going to giggle and make him, Google eyes all the time. No, Dean needs that strong person and a strong personality to match his strong personality. And he's not going to just accept someone who's going to just let him do whatever he wants. You know, he needs that.
Yeah.
I
He
think
needs
that
someone who has her own mind and can hold her own.
Yeah.
And
I think sometimes like people like it's canon or whatever that like Dean watches a lot of porn, so they just expect that he's gonna want to go for like some fake like porn version of a girl. Like no, just because he
That's called fantasy. That's not real. It's not.
Yeah.
You don't settle down with
Yeah.
Jenna Jameson. You settle down with me. Come on, Dean. Like, you know. Last week I claimed Sam, and this week I'm Dean.
I think if you're
just do
claiming
what I
Sam, it's
want.
only fair that the rest of us get Dean.
So one person gets Sam, and the rest of the fandom gets Dean. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'll take Sam. But
I would take, for myself, but I feel like then no one else is left. Everyone gets Cass. Like, you get Sam, I get Dean. Ash gets Bobby, and everyone else gets Cass.
I don't
like
want
this.
guys.
I like this idea. No, it's done. Too late. You lose. You're closer. You're in North South Dakota, wherever you are. You're closer.
Do you remember? Well, I'm technically closer to Kansas too, so Kapowie. Like, what do you want to do about that?
That's true.
I don't like this train of thought anymore.
Yeah, I think we're losing this. I think we're losing this
I'm
argument.
losing this battle.
Turned. Anyways, now everybody thinks that I'm like into Bobby.
No.
And I love him, but I don't want to like be in love with him.
No.
Anyways,
You had to actually marry
Best
one of
friend.
them. Bobby is the best person to marry. If you were doing fuck, marry, kill right now, Dean, Sam, Bobby, you would marry Bobby every time. Or you should.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Husband.
But also though, like when you're saying like Bobby, really all you got to do is give him a good scrub down, and he's pretty much like the biggest package. I mean, he's got a house.
Yeah.
But also, Bart's dead, so I don't know.
No, well, I'm not talking now. I'm talking like if. Shut up. I mean, well, come on.
I know.
Technically, they're all dead. I mean, like, they've all
Like,
died.
technically, they're all dead.
We're all in love with dead people, though. It's like, they've all died.
And
Bobby
that
has
is our
died
fandom.
still, so maybe that's a point in his like corner. Guys, I've only died like twice.
Yeah.
I'll take the guy who's died the least. Thanks.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's supernatural. That's what that is.
Welcome to our fandom where we fall in love with dead guys. What's going on here? Now I'm like going through character deaths in my head. So
I know. Let's get
Bobby
off
died
this.
the most.
We don't need to relive all of these.
No, okay, because I was gonna
I'm gonna start crying because now I'm like thinking of
I
all
know.
these episodes where they died, and I'm gonna get all emotional.
No. Okay, all right. So let's move it along then. Now I'm literally going through. I'm like, well, Dean's died 112 times, and Sam's only died.
Oh yeah, I'm in love with the guy who died way the most.
Technically a zombie, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a vampire. He was undead for a while, so.
Oh my god, I just.
Whole thing.
You're not supposed to like that episode. It's a terrible episode, but when Dean is vampire, oh lordy, it's me all hot bothered.
He could do anything, and it's just like I think he could wear anything, be anything, and I would just be like, oh my gosh, I love you. You're so hot.
Okay, and since we had a new costume a few weeks ago, what's your favorite Dean? If we're going Cowboy Dean, 40s Dean, Rockstar Dean, Trucker Dean is our new one, Priest Dean, what's your favorite Dean costume?
Oh my gosh.
Right?
This is a loaded question. This would take me like 15 hours to decide. Okay,
Top
go
of
with
your
my
head,
gut.
favorite Dean.
Go with my gut. Medieval Dean.
Ooh, I wasn't even thinking of that. LARPing Dean for the win.
Cowboy
a good one.
Dean, but I've always had a thing for like knights in shining armor, literally. So, you know.
And he wore that so well. Like, he was so comfortable in it, too. It's
And
almost
the
like he's
sword.
like, right? Oh, man. Damn.
Yeah.
That was yeah. Okay, LARPing Dean gets 10 points. I like it.
10 points for Gryffindor right there.
Right? Trying to think. I'm on a kick. I'm watching Mad Men, so I'm just imagining Dean in like 60s suits right now and fedoras. So I'm going to go with 40s Dean because that's the closest as I can get right now. But
40s Dean was sexy.
40s Dean. Right?
I like Sailor Dean, which is technically still 40s Dean, but
no, on the vessel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one too. So many good Deans to choose from. Yeah, I think Halloween with Dean would be fun. Yeah, I like it.
Halloween with Dean. Could you imagine him like doing a couple's costume? He would never do that.
No, I don't. Well, see now,
I
it depends if he would. He wanted to do.
He would do it.
Yeah,
I totally think he would. Sam never would.
No,
Sam.
No, I don't.
He would be lucky to get Sam in a costume at all. He'd be like, "I'm going as Sam."
Yeah, he's gonna put a name tag on that just says, "Hi, my name is."
I'm going as a flannel wearing hunter.
This year I'm a lumberjack. Sam, you dress like that every year. That's every day. I'm a lumberjack. Oh my god. Poor Sammy. I can't. I think Dean would do couples costumes, but I think they would have to be like over the top for him to be just get on board with the comedy of it. Like you guys could be like hot dog and mustard.
Oh yeah.
Or like those stupid kind of.
Yeah, like the corny ones.
I think that he would go as Burt Macklin, and then you could go as Janice Nicole, and it would be the perfect ever.
Yes. Because I was actually thinking of Wesley and Buttercup, and then I was like, no, that's Ben and Leslie, but that works. I think Dean would do that.
Oh my god, totally.
You could go as Wesley and Buttercup, but say you're going as Leslie and Ben as Wesley and Buttercup.
This is my favorite thing ever.
He's such a nerd.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I feel like he loves Parks and Rec anyway, so he would totally be on board.
Yeah. Right? And then he would try and like go get tattoos.
Oh, I wanted so much. I got to finish my story. Oh man, Ashley,
no.
Take a note. Remind me.
Okay, noted.
Man. Finish that Parks and Rec story you've been teasing me with for like a year.
I literally, there's an entire chapter written of it. They just got into Pawnee, and I keep losing it. I'm like,
I would read that story so fast.
Yep.
It's actually all like planned out, and it's going to be amazing and really cracky and just hysterically stupid. I just have to like sit down and do it.
I want Dean and Sean Swanson in the same room together, like anything else.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen.
Speaking of stories that aren't done yet.
Sorry.
Uh-oh, someone's about to get yelled at.
Oh no, I'm about to get yelled at, everybody.
I would like Escaping the Island, please.
I know. So here's the thing. Okay, so for all of you who don't know, I write a series called Escaping the Island on my blog, and I have 4 chapters up, and they come out as slow as humanly possible. And Ash yells at me all the time. But it's because I'm such a perfectionist. It's not perfect. I won't write it.
Do you have it like all planned out, or are you just kind of writing it as you go?
I do have it planned out. It's going to be 10 chapters, so I've done 4. So it's kind of part way, almost halfway. And yeah, it's only taken me 6 months to get it almost halfway, but it is planned out. Every chapter to me, it's like my baby, and I want it to be perfect, and I obsess over them.
I was just curious because like the one, kind of big series I did, I guess, I started that I really knew where it was going and what was happening, and I think it got to like 5 or 6, chapter 5 or 6, and all of a sudden I was like, I remember talking to Becca, and I was like, oh crap, I think I got to do this.
Yeah.
Which was Killing Grandma Irene. And
oh my gosh.
It was from
I
Stuck
still
With
hate
Me.
you for that.
I know. Okay, well, here's the thing, guys. Don't name a character after your actual grandma when you realize that you're going to have to kill her off.
Oh, no. Wah, wah.
No, but to be fair, even though I hate you, it was the best thing to do because it was a good writer move.
Yeah.
But I'm still mad about it.
I was going along and I was like, oh crap, I got to do this. And I remember messaging Becca and she was like, yeah, you have to.
You have to.
Like, oh, but
yeah. No, it worked.
I was curious about how when when people will say, like, I know Becca does, like, outlines and, like, has all this stuff planned and da-da-da, and I'm like, I've never done that.
I don't think it's like it's, for me at least, it's not a hard structure that I need to follow. Like I'm working on one right now, and I've just outlined about 18 chapters, and I know I'm probably going to have less, or there might be more. So it's just like a rough guideline to follow. And the story does change as you go. And I think you need to, again, at least for me in the way I write, you need to go with where the story is taking you. I don't try to, I know what the beginning is. I know the end should be, but sometimes you don't. And sometimes the end changes. And I think that's the fun part of writing fic and
I definitely agree with that.
Sometimes they surprise you.
Yeah, like, so for
do you do that? Do you stick to your...
I have it outlined, and I'm mostly sticking to it, but I'm more sticking to, like, the basic bare bones of the outline, like who's going to die when, what's going to happen at the end, and, like, the detail stuff. A lot of times it changes. Like, I'll have a brilliant idea or something will speak to me, and I'll be like, ooh, I think that they should do this, and then they go and they do that. And so it's sticking to a basic outline, but if I tried to outline every plot point, it would not stick to it at all.
No, it's too much. It's too much.
And sometimes your brain just wants to go in a direction that it wants to go in, and you can't make it go where it's not going to go. And it usually turns out better anyway, so.
I've never regretted my change. I've never looked back and gone, oh, I should have stuck with this or done that. I've always loved the new idea because it just pops up and the story surprises you. These characters take you where they want to go, and sometimes it's awesome. It's like, oh, well, didn't see that coming, but I like
really
it.
Fun. I'm actually doing, I have a side blog with my friend, Just Another Winchester, who's Kayla, that hyphen, another hyphen Winchester. And we have a side blog, which is kind of like a choose your own adventure thing.
Oh, fun.
So it's,
I've seen that, yeah.
SPN CYA, if anyone wants to check it out. And it's a choose your own adventure. So every week, people sign up and they get their own adventure, and the story literally takes itself where whatever choices they make are. And so every day I write a new part, and I put choices at the bottom, and I never know where it's going to go because the people who I'm writing for, they make the choices. And that's really fun for me as a writer because I think it could go another direction. I'm planning it in my head, and then they make a choice that takes it a completely different way. And I think that is kind of like how series can go sometimes.
We're definitely
writing it, and then your characters make a choice, and you're like, oh, well, they can't go that way anymore. Here we go.
Right. And it sounds kind of funny, but like even though we know these characters, but when you're writing a fic, especially like a series, it almost feels like once you get some chapters in, you kind of know them a little bit better, and then all of a sudden something that you maybe thought needed to happen or they were going to say or whatever, you're like, well, wait, they wouldn't do that. Not now.
Like real people to you. Like, you know them as well as you know your friends, and you're like, okay, I know these people, and this is what they need to do right now. They wouldn't say that.
Yeah. And I think that's important to know about. We all write reader inserts, and I've done one or two OCs. I know you guys have, I think you've both done a couple OCs. But the reader inserts, if you want to call them the readers, they are essentially OCs. They're just unnamed and undescribed. And I think that's important too, because if your reader is a strong personality and the character is well-rounded, that's an OC. But, stick to that character too. And I think, I don't remember what I was trying to say, but that's important too.
Like my
readers are definitely characters.
Yeah. My readers are basically like idealized versions of how I wish I was.
Oh, my readers
are a lot stronger.
Yeah.
And they're usually but they're all very just full of piss and vinegar and whatever. And, because it's like, you write what you know.
Yeah.
True. And then sometimes I'll throw in little side characters that are people that I know, so I don't know. But yeah, it's just because they're a reader doesn't mean that I'm writing for every single person.
Mine too. Basically, the braver, more cooler version of me is what my reader is all the time. Like what I wish I could be. The me that Dean would fall in love with. That's my reader.
I love when I'm writing a fight scene and I'm like, this is amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I would be back in the car crying. Like, this is
That's
not
why
where
I loved your
be.
series so much. Where the boys came into your universe and actually met you, and it was so realistic because you were like, wait, what am I doing? There's a monster.
Like, I would be done in breakdown. I would be done. Yeah, okay, I know about this now, but I don't want to do it.
I'd probably get Dean killed. I'd be like hiding behind him or something, and he'd, you know, like I'd pull him down when he'd be fighting, and I'd probably get Sam and Dean killed and myself killed, and
that would be pretty much. Yeah,
I'd distract him. I'd call out and be like, Dean, save me, and then he'd turn around and get himself stabbed or
at the wrong second. Like, oh crap. Yeah, that was the most me, I think, that I've ever. Obviously, it was me. Blanking on the name of my own series. This ain't no joke, sweetheart. I believe the title of my series that I can't remember.
Yeah, it was like Tanges or something like that.
Yeah,
I remember like all the hashtags.
Because you were doing that leading up to it, you know, the weekend before. And I was like, what's Tanges? What is she doing? Has she had a stroke? Has she gone insane?
Well, for the people who don't know, they're like, what are you talking about? I did a series last year where the boys came literally to my front door. So it's Becca and the Winchesters. And leading up to it, I had a very meta weekend on my blog where I was posting random things like, oh, the back of the Impala smells like tacos and Sam's hair smells like strawberries today. And it was just weird stuff like that. And other friends were involved and I was posting. And then they all became part of the story. So it looked like it actually happened. That was so much fun. But I was actually getting Anons message me all weekend like, I really hope you're okay. Like, you shouldn't be walking around at the park late at night like this. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? And I was just like I felt bad, but I couldn't even answer them because I was trying to keep up this whole meta madness. And I'm like, guys, it's cool. It's just a story.
Cute.
It was really
fun.
You.
I just really wanted to know what you were doing. I was like,
yeah,
I'm sure
that was more so.
But I just want to know what's happening.
Yeah, I was getting messages from people that I knew going like,
do you smell toast?
Like, no, it's cool. Wait a couple days. I promise it'll make sense. That was a lot of fun. I like doing stuff like that, and I like engaging. I think people take things so seriously sometimes, especially on Tumblr. Like, these are just stories. We're doing this for fun, and I want you guys to enjoy it too and have fun. And this blog, it's not my job. I come here to have fun, so let's have fun, you know? I don't know.
I definitely love that series. If you guys haven't read it, go check it out.
Oh, thank you.
I'll plug Becca's blog instead of my own right now. I'm going to be like, go check out Becca's stuff.
I was just going to say, like, can you please wreck yourself? Like, forget about Becca.
Go read me too. I'm also a writer, so go read me too.
Yeah.
I'm used to being a reader and a writer, so I'm all like, oh, these are the things that I love as a reader. Go read them, and then I forget that I'm a writer.
Well, you are
like, I write that too. You should go read my stuff too. Oh yeah, I remember now.
I do that too. And I'm like, oh wait, yeah.
Hard to wreck yourself out. Yeah. Well, you're like,
it's
this
very
is
hard to plug yourself.
And I'm like, oh, I might be someone's favorite out there. Like, you know, people read my things and they go to their friends and they're like, oh, you should go read this. And I forget about that part of Tumblr.
Yeah.
I just think about what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people go read me too.
Yes, definitely.
If you like fluff, go check me out.
I was going to say, if you need the fluffs.
Yeah, if you're having a bad day, go hit me up. I have all the Dean fluff.
How do you fluff? I feel like I can't fluff ever. I'm just like, I can't.
My heart, like a little marshmallow heart of goodness.
I feel like you're like the human embodiment of Valentine's Day. Like, you're just like full of little cupids and candy hearts that say I love you and like little chocolate covered strawberries. Like, that's your.
Well, it's a 2-part thing, because first of all, for those who don't know, I'm a kindergarten teacher. So 8 hours a day, I have to be cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's literally my job to be cute all the time. As we talk about like Disney movies, and they play Disney games on my phone, and you know, it's like my job. So it's kind of hard to turn that part off. So I've kind of embraced that side of me. But then another part of it is I like to write fluff more, because I think that it's mostly what people want in their lives. Like, angst is really awesome to read, but I don't want angst in my life, like my real life.
Mm-hmm.
I love reading it, but I wouldn't want that in my real life. You know, smut, I'm all for, but the angst, no. And so fluff, I like to write it because I feel like people need that escape sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I need that escape because, life is hard and life sucks. And sometimes I just want that escape. So I go and I write the fluff and I think about, what would this be like if Dean was here, and how would I feel, and making me happy. And it's just kind of my escape. And I hope I provide that escape to other people who read it too.
I like that. I think you do. I always know if I need a little fluff, you're one of the first stops on my fluff train, and I go and I'm like, oh, there's more fluff. And even stuff that I would never think to write. I can't remember the name of it, but you have one with Dean on a boat. And
A Day at Sea.
A Day at Sea. And it made I felt sunshiny. Like, I liked it. So I know I'm going to go get that from you. And I think you're right. People need the fluff. I think it's an important thing, because reading fluff is like getting a hug. And I think we need that.
I mean, it balances out the show too, because the show is, it's goofy sometimes, and it's weird that it's like, supernatural things, but it's heavy a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's not fluffy. No,
it's not.
But yeah, you do. And you give us Happy Dean, and everybody wants Happy Dean, so let's go read some Happy Dean. That's good. You're doing good work there, Amanda. Doing good work.
Doing it. I'm doing it for you guys.
Good.
Okay, we are going to ask you one final question here, Amanda. And this is pretty terrible of me because I didn't include this on the ones that I kind of sent you so your brain doesn't explode. But whatever.
Surprise.
Surprise question. If you could write Dean's finale, what would it be? So end of the show, what happens to Dean? In a perfect world.
Well, in a perfect world, he would marry me and be happy.
You stop it.
You said perfect world. Perfect world.
Okay, fine.
In a realistic world, if I was actually a writer.
Yeah.
If I was actually writing SPN, I feel like I would keep it open. I would just have them get a call and be like, okay, we're off to work our next case, and jump in the Impala and drive off. I know a lot of people have been like, oh, Blaze of Glory and everything. And I love how you were talking about that with Hazel last week. How I don't want them to go out in a blaze of glory. I don't want them to die at the end of the show. I want it to be open-ended, and that they're out there having their adventures, and they're going across the country and saving people and hunting things. And I want it to be they're still there, even if they're not on our TV, that, they're always out there, kind of like a hope in the world.
Yeah. I like that.
Fixed camera, and the Impala is just driving down a country road,
some
a desolate highway or whatever, and just goes off into the. I like that.
Yeah, you got some classic rock playing, and they're just going out. Doesn't have to be into a literal sunset. They keep going, and they keep working at it. And if anyone's still alive left with them at that point, then they'd be there with them too. They don't kill off all the other characters.
I like that though, because it's just it's simple, and even though it's open ended, it's still an ending.
Yeah, it's a conclusion.
And
it's a conclusion to this part of their story and the part that we get to watch, but it's open ended enough because this is their life. This is what they do, and I think that there has to be a point where they accept it and they love it.
Yeah, I like that. So we're just putting the boys in the car, sending them off to do what they do. I like that. They'll always be out there. I like that. So send them off into the sunset. I like that. That's good stuff. All right.
I like it.
Before we actually let you go, I got a special message for you, Amanda, from your secret Valentine.
Ew.
I know, and it's quite sweet. It was from your darling Mr. Winchester, and he just wanted me to remind you that you are amazing, and he's so proud of your accomplishments. And even though he's already told you, he just wants to make sure that you believe him and know how great you are. So that's love note, Dean, your secret Valentine. So,
now my heart's getting all. Now I'm all Twitter-pated. I'm under the love spell now. I'm all.
Oh, she's got glowing eyes now. I like it.
It's glowing pink.
Aw, Well, on that happy note, I think we'll let you go. Thank you so much for joining us, Amanda, and I hope you had fun, and maybe we'll have you back some other time.
Thank you for having me. This was very fun.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Go work on escaping the island. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for coming and hanging out with Becca and me and Amanda. We had a lot of fun talking to her. Make sure you go check her out on Tumblr, check out all of her fluffs, and check out her side blog that she told us about. That Choose Your Own Adventure thing sounds really cool, personally.
Definitely.
That's all for this week. You got anything, Becca?
No, just also check out us, because I was told we don't talk enough about ourselves. So, yeah, I'm at Impala-Dreamer. Lots of the, stories about the guys and lots of pictures every blog. And check me out, too, because I was told we need to plug ourselves more. So there you go.
Oh.
Plug.
Right. Okay. I'm over at Because I'm a Lady Ass Face. I haven't written anything in forever, but there's stuff. So, or just come over, hang out. I'm usually really bored during the day, so come hang out with me. Come talk.
Dreams. Yeah, definitely. And we've been talking to ourselves so much. It'd be nice to add another person. So come on over and say hi.
No kidding.
But yeah, don't forget, please send us questions to the Two Chicks in the Impala blog.
Yes,
so if you want to hear us talk about any questions, concerns, comments, glowing praise, things like that. Someone did ask last week if they were allowed to comment on the podcast. Totally. Yes.
Please.
Tell us what you think. Please. We are
desperate for love.
For praise. Yeah. Yes. Desperate for love. A lot better than forced for praise, as I just said. So, yeah.
I am. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we can put it like I am a slut for a Tumblr notification. I'm not kidding you. That little T pops up, and I'm like, yeah.
That's the best thing, except when the T pops up and it's not for you, but like, blah, 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 just posted for the first time. And I'm like, oh, man, come on.
Okay, I do, but yes. Anyways.
Make our T's pop up.
Yeah, please. Oh, God. Okay.
Anyway. Whew, thanks so much for episode 2. Yeah, and we'll see you next week in episode 3, because we're going to have 3 now. And, yeah, right?
I didn't know we were going to make it past that teaser, but we're doing good.
Honestly, the way it's been going, I'm surprised I'm still here yapping. So it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, definitely check us out on Tumblr. Send us questions. Write to us here. Comment on this video, because, as I said, I like, I like the praise. Yeah, it's all good. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.